Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of Prop of the Week. In this edition of Prop of the Week, we'll be doing UFC Fight Night, Burns versus Morales. And as always, you got me, King of Crackdown, with Pro Smo Bets. And last week we hit it out the park with that plus 240 on Zahabi against Aldo to get it done by decision. Hit it spot on. Didn't get too greedy and try to go no split decision. Just went up straight to decision. That's what happened. It was a unanimous decision. You know, you can say what you want to say, but given all the factors and how the fight played out, you got to understand that was the rightful decision. But yeah, we hit that out of the park, plus 240. That was the prop of the week. You know, we went sharp with it. We didn't just go for the underdog. We like, hey, go for the underdog in the decision, maximize that value, and hit it spot on, perfect pick, perfect bet, perfect all over the board. Hit that plus 240 out the park. But yeah, let's try to hit this out the park too. Not as juicy of a prop this week, but just stand light and stand reasonable. But let's get into this prop of the week. Again, King of Crackdown, Pro Smo Bets, and the prop of the week for UFC Fight Night, Burns versus Morales, is minus 135. Ruzi Boev to get it done by KO. KO or TKO, same thing. Minus 135. Dustin Stoltzfus, like we look at him fight, decent competition, or at least not people that don't have, a stylistic disadvantage against him. It's been first round knockouts. I think Fiera knocked him out in the first round. The other Absupian Magomedov knocked him in the first round. And I think Ruzi Boev is just of the same caliber as those guys. Like, I'm not saying those guys are even super high caliber. Because obviously elite level. I don't think none of those guys are elite level. But I think he's right in that same ballpark. If anything, he's definitely a better striker than Fiera is. And better cardio than Abus. So yeah, I think he can get it done the first round. He can get it done second, third. So I'm playing a little bit safe because again, first round is probably you can get the most money if you feeling jumpy, you feeling lucky. But I think any round KO, TKO minus 135, and I think that's a good value. So basically almost 50-50, whatever case is, whatever value, like pretty much almost 100 plus 100 or minus 100. But that's the prop of the week. Ruzi Boev via KO at minus 134. Minus 135. But how do you feel about that, Pro Smo?
Man, incredible, brother. It's like I think Dustin Stoltzfus has a background in Thai boxing, right? We know that. How do you pronounce that? Ruizbiev. He's got an extensive background in kickboxing. I like that Dustin Stoltzfus has the offensive wrestling. He employs it a lot in his game. He's polished it up real well through the years, but who's he exercising that on, man? Small guys like Punel Soriano, or slow guys, power punchers like Marc-Andre Barrel. I like the ground and pound from Ruziev. I think that's great. If he's brought down, I'm pretty sure he's going to find a way up as always. And he'll probably scramble with him and ground and pound him, There's one interview that Dustin Stoltzfus had. I think this was early last year in November. He was on his way to a family retreat. And I'm not sure if it was James Lynch or someone to that effect, but someone was interviewing him and they asked him about his training camp. And he said he really didn't have any. And I think he was facing Marc-Andre Barrel, to be frank with you. And he went off, said, hey, I'm going off with my family on a retreat for Thanksgiving. So this fight couldn't have come at a better time. I'm going to enjoy the holidays. But yeah, I've been too busy planning with that and haven't really been a part of the gym for that fight camp. So I'm not surprised, He's got that win-loss record, that theme that's playing out on a lot of other fighters on this particular card. So that's hilarious, There's always ironies with what the matchmakers do, right? Just like these kickboxers, you got in Tainara Lisboa, Luana Santos Pinheiro, all these girls, man, they have judo throws and sweeps. They got that inside trip, that Henry Cejudo inside trip, Tainara Lisboa. So it's pretty cool, man. I love this prop like I loved last week's, brother, and let's keep riding, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, let's keep the streak going. Let's keep the streak hot. Let it keep going. And I think this is definitely going to be one that's going to almost be a layup. But yeah, let's kill it. But that has been the prop of the week. Once again, Ruzi Boev by KO. So that's first, second, or third. So, some people, I get to be fast forward in the video. So you're like, oh, didn't you say this round? You said round. What I said is by KO. I didn't say KO round 1. I didn't say KO round 2. I didn't say KO round 3. I didn't say 4-5. There's no fourth and fifth round. This is a 3-round fight. I just said KO. So that could be first, second, third, first minute or last minute. Last second at the bell, like a buzzer beater knockout. If he gets KO, if Stolfus KO, the prop hits. So yeah, the prop of the week once again is Ruzy Boy by KO at -135. And once again, you know, been me, King of Crackdown, and Pro Smoke Bets. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more videos. Also, watch the other videos. Subscribe to his channel. Watch his videos. Yeah, let's just keep running the numbers up. But that has been a video. Peace out.